let me just say a few words as we introduce this very exciting intervention for the SG with the African Girls Who Can Code. First of all, Mr. Secretary General, allow me to introduce but also appreciate and welcome the people who are in this room. And I want to start, of course, with introducing to you the representative of the government of Ethiopia, the State Minister of Education. He's right here. And when I call I will say by groups, you can just wave to the SG so he sees who is here. And I would also want to welcome our Deputy Ambassador of Denmark, Sune. They are the supporters of this initiative. Welcome. We are very proud to have our key partner, the ITU, represented today by the Development Bureau Director from Geneva, Doreen Bogan-Martin, with her team. She's right here. And we are very pleased to have also in this room UN Women colleagues, led by the UN Women Regional Director for East and Southern Africa, Dr. Izedua Dereks-Briggs, and her team from a number of country offices. If you can wave to the SG so she sees us, and of course the team from my own office here in Ethiopia, UN Women Ethiopia, and the AGCCI team. Can we say hello to the SG? And most importantly, of course, we do have our guests, your own delegations, the ECA and others. We have also come with you. I see OSA, I see UNOAU. We are pleased to have you today, and welcome. Thank you very much for joining. But I want to end with the VIPs of today, the African Girls Who Code. Here they are. They are only represented here by 11 girls, by a few girls, 11 or more, 13 girls, 12 from Ethiopia, and 1 from the Kingdom of Eswatini. So, but otherwise we have more. We couldn't bring all of them for this event, but we thought with this group you can get to see what the girls have been doing. What is the African Girls Can Code initiative? It's an initiative, a partnership between the Africa Union Commission, UN Women, and ITU, and generously supported by the government of Denmark. And it is a program that seeks to expose young women across Africa with digital literacy, coding, and personal development skills. It will enable these girls, and of course the ones that are not here today, to be more innovative, but also to equip them to participate and contribute and be change makers in the 4th Industrial Revolution. Because we want the next Mark Zuckerman of this world to come from African. And these are the ones that will show you how it's going to be done. Last year, in August 2018, we conducted the first coding camp of this initiative here in Addis Ababa at the Africa Union Commission. And we had girls aged between 17 to 20 from 32 African countries. And they were here for 2 weeks with a team led by the ITU that were providing the training using a program called Scratch. The girls left Addis Ababa after 2 weeks, motivated, excited, and you will see that today. And of course, we had the knowledge on how to use Scratch to do coding. And today, we have 2 girls who are sitting close to you. Hannah, who is right here, she will show you, Mr. Secretary General, an innovation she's been working on. It's a gaming app which she has done contextualized to the context of Ethiopia. Because one of the things that we learned during the August camp was we learned that a lot of the apps and the games and the things you see online are from everywhere else and not from Africa. So now we are beginning to create our own apps as Africans, and we are so proud these girls are doing it. Sizo, who's sitting to your left, we brought her all the way from Swaziland for a reason. She was the youngest, yes, from the kingdom of Eswatini. She was the youngest of the coding camp. She is 17 years old. Maybe now you're 18 now. She has now turned 18. But she was the youngest of the group then, but she was the logo competition winner. We decided during the coding camp that we actually make the girls themselves decide what will be the logo of this program. And that's the logo she developed. She will explain to you when she has a conversation with you. But of course, she's also working on an app, which is almost like a business. She has started since August on elections. And it's elections that can be national elections. It could be elections in schools for head boys and head girls. It could be local elections. She will explain that to you herself better. I won't even be able to go do half what she can do. But let me leave you.
There will be no more doubts about who.
Exactly. What she's actually trying to do is to ensure that from now on there shall be no rigging of elections in Africa. So she is the one who stopped rigging in Africa. Thank you very much, Sizo. But colleagues, I will leave the SG to actually interact with both Sizo and Hannah. In the meantime, I have colleagues, the AGCCI team. There are other girls who are actually also working on other very exciting initiatives and innovations. You can be going around and be talking to them, of course, in a way that you don't also disturb the Secretary General. We'll give you about 5-8 minutes with the girls. So I leave the floor to you.
So I start yes, leave the elections.
45 up to 50% in my class. And I've been coding a game. I was a trainee at the first coding camp, and I've been making my own game. It's dependent on African culture, and in Ethiopia we have a culture which is if one boy wants to marry a girl, he have to jump a cattle, and if he jump all the cattle, he's gonna be married a girl. Otherwise, the families won't let him to marry. And I wanted to change it.
So this is a kind of initiation.
Yeah.
It's an initiation process.
Yeah. And I changed it into a game. And we have 2 levels in this game. And in each level we have 3 lives. And if the cattle touch the boy, the game is going to be over. And you lose your 1 life. Like this. This is what I'm doing.
Yes, jump.
Yeah, just jump and touch the wall.
Shoot against him. Can he jump at that?
Yeah.
Can you make him jump then?
I use this cap. Then marry the girl.
He gets the right.
Sizo wants to show you the logo that won the competition and explain what motivated her to develop this logo, which won the competition among 88 entries.
Okay, so this is generally the logo that I designed. So before we actually started designing the logo, they actually told us what had to be done before we finished the logo. One word they used was simple. And for me, when I look at a girl, when I look at coding, there's nothing simple about that, but there's always something unique. So when I made the logo, I made sure that I had the theme line, which was simple, but it had a hidden message within it. So I'm actually going to showcase that kind of message. So as you can see that it has actually 3 colors, but as we know that we have the SDG goals, right? So I wanted to actually use those kind of goals to try and make a logo that everyone can try to understand, and a very simple one. So I actually just picked only 3 colors for this part. So I have the red, which talks about quality education. I have the green, talking about good health and well-being, and also I have the blue, which talks about peace, justice, and strong institution amongst Africans. Now, as you can see, the logo doesn't have any borders. It means that we are all united, we are all one. So that's one of the hidden messages within the logo, that we're not trying to cause people to be divided into different sectors, but because we're Africans, we are one, and we should celebrate that all the time. But this time, we have to do it as one and as coders. And also, I have the words the AGCC in bold and in black, and in simple font. Well, this is because, firstly, black means leadership. Now, this is leadership within girls. Black is one of the colors that emphasizes a lot of things. Many colors are there, but there's one color that always stands out, and a lot of people in the world generally love using it, and it's the color black. So I also wanted to use it to show that we are Black African girls who are actually good at coding, and also we are very proud, and it actually emphasizes our leadership, our culture, diversity, and our strength within ourselves.
Very good. Well, dear, as you know, one of my main objectives in the UN is to reach gender parity, which means equal number of women and men at all levels of the structure of the UN. Because one of the central problems that women and girls face in the world is that our world is organized in such a way that power is still more in the hands of men than in the hands of women. No? You know that. Yes. It's a world in which there is a male-dominated culture. And this is the reason why, namely in Africa, we still have so many difficulties for girls to go to school, or we have genital mutilation, that is an horrible thing, or early marriage, or all these things. So it is essential to change the power relations in the world and to make it in equilibrium between men and women. Yes. We are doing it with parity in the UN, but one of the problems we have is that in technology professions, engineers, mathematicians, we are having, unfortunately, a trend with a huge proportion of men and a small proportion of women. When I was in university, I was studying, I'm an engineer, electrical engineering. We were about 300 in our course. Do you know how many girls there were in the 300? Two guesses. Give one guess.
How many?
10. 1. One.
Out of 300.
Out of 300. And this is what we need to change. And we are not yet there. One big effort we need to make is to have more and more girls into technological courses, mathematics, physics, engineering, sciences. It's absolutely crucial. So not only governments have a responsibility on that, but we also need to have movements of girls drawing the attention of the need for more and more girls to be attracted by these courses, because today with digitalization, with the importance of social media, of all these new aspects, if girls and women are not very strongly involved in technological process, in technological professions, the power relations in the world will remain very male dominated, and that's exactly what we do not want. So you are in the front line of this battle. Congratulations and move ahead, and this was very impressive. I'm very happy to see this.